Welcome to Forging Cookies. And in this video, this is for my good friend, Alycia Wicker. If you're not subscribed to her channel, get on over there and go subscribe to her channel. It's in the description below. I'm going to be using her big deck energy crime and conspiracy deck on this reading, but she wanted to know, what kind of book would Meghan Markle write if there were no restrictions? So let's take a look. Let's see if it's going to be politics, if it's going to be throwing more people under the bus, if it's going to be health and beauty, or if it's going to be a book on veganism. Be right back in just a minute. Welcome back. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years and a good friend of Alycia Wicker, fellow YouTuber and Twitter person, all the things. She's another tarot reader here on YouTube. Go subscribe to her. She's awesome. She does great stuff. I'm going to be using her crime and conspiracy deck on this one because I think it's appropriate. But she had asked in the comments on one of my videos about what kind of book would Meghan Markle write if there were no restrictions on it. Now, Alycia and I have very different opinions on the royal family. I am a fan of the royal family. I think they're pretty neat, and she thinks that they're pretty shady and scary. So let's get going. I'm going to bring up the card view. As always, this is reading with my own personal psychic downloads and opinions, and I want you to do your own research before you make any decisions based on anything here. So this is a video for my good friend out there. So Alycia, mwah. And those of you that are fans of Dueling Tarot, Alycia and I, we are not mad at each other. She just has some obligations that she has to deal with, and we can't carve out 2 or 3 hours of unadulterated, uninterrupted time to do Dueling Tarot. We will bring it back eventually. I have some cool new collabs coming up, and when the time is ready, Alicia's going to come in possibly on those too. I talked to her about that. But for now, we're just going to answer her questions. So let me pull up the card view and make it nice and big so you guys can see it. And so let's see if Meghan Markle was going to write a book with no restrictions, what would she write? What would she write? Now, there is some buzz in the news right now that Harry put the kibosh on it. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So this tells me that she's going to stand her ground. She's going to stand her ground on the whole story. She's going to say what a disappointment it was to get into the royal family and see how things really were. She would also say, I came to the table with all this excitement, all this experience, all this, good stuff, and they just shot me down. They just slapped me down at every turn, and it created this situation where I cannot move forward. I cannot go back to my old life. They've really hamstrung me and made this difficult. So it's going to be the same story that we've heard before, with the added twist that she cannot go back to her old life. She is really in this purgatory, this celebrity royal purgatory from her experience with Harry. She's going to stand her ground on this. She's not going to go anywhere. And underneath the surface, that all hope is lost. All hope is lost. So let's pull. Now that's the surface story. That's what we're going to hear. But let's see what's underneath it. So you know what I need for this? That's right. We need big deck energy. So let's see what's really behind this. And I have the True Crime and Conspiracy deck and the expansion pack. I love the expansion pack. If you're going to get these cards, there is nothing like them on the internet. Get both of them. Don't be silly. Go crazy willy-nilly and get both decks. So what would her true intent be? Oh, bioweapon. I'm going to take that for what it's worth. Oh my goodness. Liberation. Antichrist. So what we can look at is if this is a bioweapon, this is poisoning the well, getting liberation, getting out of there. They were on that freedom flight and then becoming the anti-monarchist and really ruffling things up. Let's go over here to where we are standing our ground and just sticking with our story. FF, we got an FF. You guys see that? So that could possibly be the claims of, or that the family was not nice to them. This is what she's going to bring up. She's going to bring this up, possibly talking about what's his face, the other guy, that other Duke of York. And oh my goodness, we're going to talk about that too. She's going to bring up a lot of things in that book. She is going to say things were just insane. So the party line that she's going to stick with is that it was not a nice place to be, that they were mean to her, that there was all this creepy stuff going on, and that's why she had to get out of there. She saw through it, unlike anyone else. So what else? We're going to pull up that second half of our True Crime and Conspiracy deck. What would be the main goal of such a tome of calamity? Look, the cards are magic. They're just sitting there like that. Look at that. Oh, and then they fell over. Sloppy shuffle. What would be the main goal? Her main goal. My goodness. Okay. So the main goal would be to be seen as the positive party to the outside and to clean up her image. This, I don't know if you guys can see this, that she was taken from her original life. We're going to take apart the family and chop off the head. That's the main goal. The main goal is to decimate what is already an institution in the world. So let's do this. We're going to clean up our real estate. Would she be able to write this book? Let's make it a little more interesting. If she... Hang on. Did Harry stop her from writing the book? Is that true? That's a rumor that we heard about recently. Did he stop her from trying to publish that? I am just like the queen of sloppy shuffles today. Whoop. Did he stop her? Did he prevent her from writing this book? One card, right from the middle. Yeah, because it was not what his childhood was. She was going to elaborate on, she She was basically going to, what is it, side chair psychology. I'm going to say, her opinion based on her perception and her degree. Did the publishing house that they have a deal with, did they stop the manuscript? There is some conversation about that there's a manuscript out there and it was turned down 3 times. Did that really happen? Hell yeah, that happened. Why? She was not generous to the people that deserve generosity, the ones that did stand up for her, the ones that spoke well of her, the ones that tried to help her. She is not speaking well. Is that the queen? Is that the queen? We've got like 15 decks going on here, guys. Let's see. Was that the queen? Was it the queen that she threw under the bus? Oh, yeah. She's trying to change a perpetual reputation of Queen Elizabeth. Never speak ill of the dead. And there, I'm just going to throw cards all over the place again. We've got that big deck energy. So they told her to go back to the drawing board. Go work on it again. See if you come up with something better. See if you can come up with something better. See if you can come up with something more balanced, more reasonable, based more in truth, which is our Queen of Pentacles. She does tell the truth. So, oh no, she is burning the bridges and trying to rile everyone up. That's really what she's trying to do. The purpose of this book would be to create a kerfuffle. Love the word kerfuffle. So, is she willing to go back and work on the book? No. If she did, she would be exposed. In exposing them, she would expose herself. Going back. And I think that was some of the publisher's questions. What happened to this part? What happened to this part? It's like when your kids tell you a story, like when there's no cookies in the cookie jar and there's a trail of crumbs that leads to your child in front of the TV. And you say, who ate all the cookies? And they go, I don't know. It was a monster Mickey Mouse broke in and stole all the cookies and then rubbed them all over my face. So the story just does not make sense. She doubles down every time they ask her to do this. I think that's why this project is at a standstill, because she does double down every time they ask, what about this? What about this? What about this? She just doubles down and says, no, that's a lie. That's PR. That's the press. That's this. So just like Harry said in that last Tom Bradby interview, we never said that. The press said that. So they're just kind of going with that. So in a nutshell, if she was going to write a book, it would be about, it's not going to be about anything new, but it's going to be about how she has no recourse at this point. She has no career, and that needs to be corrected. That needs to be rectified. She needs reparations for that. Would she advise in the book that she deserves reparations? Would she say that the royal family owes her money for reparations? Is this their way to squeeze just a little bit harder? What she wants, what she needs, what she gets. Oh, dang. So what she wanted was freedom with money. So these are the mendicants, and the mendicants were a religious sect. That the individuals on the card of the mendicants, they were a religious sect that was would give up all their worldly goods to become closer to God. But in her case, she is cast out. This can also be the orphan card, the cast out card. In this case, they were cast out. So she wanted to be cast out. What she needs is to stop spending money and to kind of get her butt back in gear and get back to work. Is that possible? I don't think it's really possible. I think they're box office poison. Let's go back to that want. In this cast out, she thought that they would be afforded funds to take care of themselves and to keep themselves safe. Security, money for security. She thought that they'd be able to do that, her and Harry together. This would be their business plan, and then they would move forward and be very happy. They did not see the Emperor coming with a closed fist who said, no, you guys want to leave, you got to leave on your own. So what she needs, the money situation. So let's pull some cards on that, get some more clarity. Coming together, business proposals under the surface. That Two of Cups coming together with business. They just don't have any ideas. They just don't, nothing gets off the ground. And I know that they have said they have many projects that are in pre-production, many things that they're talking about that, you know, possibly will take flight, possibly will have legs. Nothing is in, you know, it's like they keep sitting at the table and going in the notebook and putting notes on their iPhone. This is what we could do. This is a great idea. This is a great idea. But nothing ever gets written. Nothing ever gets done. So it's always conceptual. It's never the hard part of it. You know, it's really easy to come up with an idea for a TV show, but writing the 12 scripts that you have to write to have 12 episodes for the season. That's the hard part. And it's almost like I have the idea, and then you people over there can take care of the details. I want to have a party. So, and that's the thing, like with creative projects, it can't be like a party, like, well, I'm going to hire a florist and a caterer and a band, and I'll just send out the invites. You know, you have to actually participate when you're trying to do something that's legacy based, like having a TV show, having some kind of creative project. So what she gets, that King of Swords, that King of Swords, that King of Swords, what she gets. Chickens will come home to roost. And I think that Page of Cups is going to go on his merry way. That's just my opinion. I think he's kind of stuck in the spot, but I think he will. I'm going to take that back. I don't know if he's going to go on his merry way. Reality, they'll be cut off. They will have a tough time balancing and have to really have that come to Jesus moment. The Hangman is trying to have a come to Jesus moment and seeing how his actions have affected those around us. Under here, we've got the Page of Cups. I need more. I need more on this guy. Oh, Page of Cups is going to go back to the family. He will go back because he will see that there is no future outside of this. The subject matter of the books are going to be the same no matter what. So let's do this. Would Harry have an illumination? Or if Harry is aware of the topics that she was going to discuss, if she did manage to leak that, which I think is a possibility, would this be his illuminating moment? What he wants, what he needs, what he gets. What he wants is he wants to believe that she is true to what she has said to him. What he gets, or what he needs, what he wants, what he needs, what he gets. What he needs is to listen to his intuition. What he gets, he's going to have those pentacles falling out of his pocket. And what happens if he stays? Cryptozoology. He becomes Bigfoot out in the woods. He becomes a myth, a legend, something that we cannot recognize, something we cannot believe. He becomes something different. That will be his alarm. It will be a wake-up moment. Alarm for his private property and a government agency, which his family really should be considered government agency. I know it's not government, but falls under the same umbrella. So, oh, Harry, poor, unfortunate soul. I should have sang that. Poor unfortunate souls. So I'm not Ursula. I do love octopi, but I'm not Ursula. So Alycia, my good friend, I hope you enjoyed this. It's special for you. Not my Valentine's Day gift to you, but it's special for you. But I keep the questions coming. Everybody else, I do look at my comments. I do look at the requested readings, and I do try and deliver as best I can. So had some fun with this one, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. You want to get your own private reading with me, there's a link there. If you want to get Alicia's deck, that big deck energy, you can get it. There's a link to hers here too. And if you haven't subscribed to her, subscribe to her. She does great stuff. She does stuff that's a little bit different from me. She likes the true crime. I don't. I get weirded out by it. I get creeped out. But, it's all good. We're good friends and life is good. So everybody have a great day. I will see you in the